Hello Capricorn, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, Cappies, my Earth cousins. How are you? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for checking in here. We've got a couple of decks we're going to look at. We're going to look at Lenormand and we're going to look at Kipper this week. We're going to throw some tarot on it as well to get some details about what's going on with the Kipper and the Lenormand. How you doing, Capricorn? Let's find out what's going on for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I'm always reading for the week ahead, Capricorn, so if you've never been here before, welcome, by the way. I hope you will stay. Thank you for your thumbs up and all the ways that you are pushing this back to the algorithm so we can bring in more Capricorn energies. And we are getting quite a big crew here. If you just want to double check to see if you are subscribed, I hope that you will subscribe if you're new here. Thank you for being so loyal and coming back here, Capricorn. I appreciate you. At the end of this video, I'm going to talk about how you can find the extended if you're interested, and also about private readings, which are open currently. All right, let's find out what's going on. We've got card number 39, which is the community. So something going on within the community. We've got a journey. Interesting. So somebody could be going on a journey here, a new cycle, I would say, because we've got card number 10, and 10s break down to a 1, which is the beginning of something. It feels like somebody's at the beginning of a journey, possibly in a new community, toward a new community. What else do we have here? We've got poverty. Okay, and this is also a 10. Look, we've got 10-10 here. So it feels like that there is somebody who is leaving a community to move to a new community. That's what it feels like. The bottom of the deck is a false person. Look, maybe there is a situation going on where you are. Maybe you're trying to move away from a false person. I don't know who that false person is for you. It could be one or two people. Could be, right? It could be someone who is possibly your age or older than you. And it could be that you are tired of working with this person. For some of you, it has to do with a light that's gone on at your workplace. It feels like with that light up there that somebody's had an aha moment that what I'm doing, I like to do, but I'm totally not going to be dealing in this anymore. We've got card number 16, which is the Tower. Very interesting. So it feels like there is a tower that might be going down here, a shift of energy. It feels like somebody may be on a new journey, and it doesn't have to mean that you're going to leave your home and move to a whole new state or city. What it could mean is that the journey is within a new community. So it could be that you're changing jobs is what I'm saying. But it feels like you've either felt like you were in poverty in the place that you were in this community, or maybe you're moving out of the old neighborhood. Maybe you've got enough money now to buy a house or move up to a new apartment in the sky. Moving on up. Just saying. Let's find out what the Lenormand has to say about all of this. Tell me about Capricorn. Oh, we've got card number 25. Very interesting. Look, somebody could be leaving because maybe somebody is getting engaged or married and is moving to a new community because that's where your person is. We've got card number 36, and so it is bittersweet. It feels like there is a bit of solemn sadness that comes with this. It does feel like somebody is feeling badly or leaving a life behind. Gonna leave your old life behind is what I just heard Dan Reynolds say in the song Thunder. Gonna leave your old life behind, as I was looking at the fox, looking back at the sadness. I feel like, just from what I've pulled so far, that it feels like there is somebody in your community for someone here, and the community could be the workplace, understand? It feels like you can no longer deal with whatever is going on in the community. it's time for you to go on a different journey. You're taking a different path or starting a new job, moving into a new community for some of you. I feel like you have done all that you can do where you were, and it feels like nothing is changing. Maybe they're not paying you anymore. Maybe they're not paying you enough. If we're talking about the job, somebody is definitely going on a new job to a new community, and it could be the workplace. The ring here is about engagement. It can be about marriage, but it's about being engaging as well. We've got the Ace of Wands in the bottom right-hand corner, so something exciting is about to show up, and it is led by the universe. Card number 7. To me, 7s are all about heaven and the universe looking in on you. I feel like for some of you, it could be that someone has asked you to marry them, and now you're moving out of the old neighborhood. You're moving possibly to another city or state or province or maybe a new country. But it feels like it is a little bit bittersweet because the cross is about things that aren't necessarily happy. Right? It's about carrying, like having a cross to bear or carrying something of sadness. And so the card number 36 is a 9. It feels like it's the end of a cycle for you and that it's time. We got 9 and then 10, right? And it feels like it's a new cycle that's showing up for you. And it does look like the fox here is looking at the past and saying, well, I am moving to a place that gives me balance. 14 is temperance, where I'm moving to a place that gives me balance. 9 of Wands, I get to leave the wounded warrior energy behind. It does feel like there is a big change or a big shift that's happening here. And I think you've been waiting for something to happen, waiting hopefully for someone to take the lead, or maybe for you to take the lead and to drop some sort of big, heavy thing that you were carrying. It could be that maybe where you were, everybody depended on you, and you no longer want people to depend on you. It feels like you were waiting for communication. The Ace of Swords is here, for all of this to go down. We do have the false person here. And like I said, it does feel like there is somebody here. This could be a boss we're talking about here. Somebody has decided, the light went on and you're like, no, I'm not doing this. You might be causing a tower. You might be leaving somewhere, whether it's a family, a group of people, or the workplace, leaving somewhere to go somewhere else because it's time. And although it's going to be bittersweet, it feels like it's the right thing to do. Let's find out what's going on with the tarot. Tell me about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn, please. We've got Judgment in the reverse. See, interesting. It feels like someone here underestimated you or misjudged you. It feels like somebody thought that you wouldn't move or you wouldn't go, that you would just stay there and take it. And I'll tell you this, I never met a Capricorn here that's somebody who wouldn't underestimate, because Capricorn will come at you as very kind and very loving, and they are very kind and very loving. I haven't met one in my life that wasn't, but don't underestimate them, because if you misjudge them, they will absolutely take action. Somebody here is taking action to detach because they feel like they've been settling for something all along. I feel like, though, that you've gained popularity in the community. So it could be the work community or the home, the place where you live, the volunteer place where you volunteer. It doesn't have to be work. It feels like whatever community you've created, it feels like you've decided that somebody is underestimating you, that there are bigger and better things to move on to here. And it's time for you to detach, because you've settled long enough for sadness, for whatever, sitting in the 9, right? Which is just before everything changes. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. And so it does feel like somebody here, I think that the reason that you're leaving is because it feels like somebody, a false person, tried to get away with something. It feels like with this fox, right? Someone tried to outfox you, but I feel like you ended up being the one who ended up being the leader or moving forward. And it's because I think that you've been through this before. The 9 of Wands is wounded warrior energy, which tells me this has happened before. And although you're sort of ready to leave it behind, I feel, because the Ace of Wands is here and the 9 of Wands is here, that we have 10 Wands. Now you can drop it. But I feel like it's like you take one look back, or you're like, yeah, you tried to outsmart me, huh? That's what it feels like. Yeah. The 3 of Pentacles is here. And so the 3 of Pentacles is the building of a new community. It's the building of a new foundation, meeting new people who are cooperative and collaborative. And It feels like there is a new foundation that you're off to. It does really feel like somebody's moving from somewhere to somewhere else. We do have the Death card. I feel like somebody didn't think that you would ever go, honestly. I'm going to say that it feels like there is somebody here who underestimated you, yes, but also somebody who wasn't very kind to you, Capricorn. They were not very kind to you. They didn't say kind things to you. They said things about you behind your back. They called it a community, but I feel like that they underestimated the fact that you would just go ahead and stand up and just end it. That you would just stand up and say, no, you can't do that to me. You can't treat me like I'm different from everybody else. Tell me about Capricorn. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. And we've got the 9 of Swords. See, the thing is, I don't think you want to go. But I don't think you have enough. I don't think that you... I think that you've taken enough, I want to say. I don't think that you want to go, that you are worried about the future and the new people that you will meet and all of that. But I feel like somebody misjudged you. And they misjudged you. And I feel like you know that you're worth more than that. And it was the final straw. That's what it feels like. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was the final straw. Because somebody is playing with your money or something here that has to do with poverty. It feels like they either are telling people you're broke or telling people that you're morally broke. It feels like poverty is like somebody who's in an impoverished mindset. Like, understand that poverty can be handed down as a cycle through cycles of people. And it's a mindset as well as having to do with finances, because one affects the other. Whatever's going on internally ends up being what's going on externally. So understand that poverty is a mindset and starts from the mindset. And when you change that, that's when you go on the journey and you move to a new community. When you realize that the environment that you're in, Capricorn, has been supporting whatever it is that you've been allowing for support. I think that you realize that you've been living in a community that was impoverished or a community of poverty, and I don't mean money. It could be money, but I don't mean that. The journey is here. It feels like you decide that it's time for you to go. And although it's sad that you have to go, it feels like a lot of people are cheering you on and saying, yeah, if you can get out, go. I feel like that's what's going on here. I just noticed this. I'm looking at these cards for years, and I always notice something new. I just noticed there's a bunch of diamonds here, and we've got 2, 4, 6, 8 diamonds. It feels like this is going to be something hard for you to swallow, I'm going to say. It feels like it's something that's sad. It's like I'm feeling like somebody swallowing tears. Oh, yeah. It's an old song. I'm going to harden my heart. I'm going to swallow my tears. I'm going to turn and leave you here. It feels like somebody is leaving because they can no longer take the situation. You'll only take so much, right, Capricorn? You'll try and push it under the carpet as long as you can. You're not going to make a big kerfuffle about it. I mean, unless you got some crazy fire in the rising of the moon. But you're not going to make a big kerfuffle about it. But if it shows up again and again and again, you're going to put your finger on it and say, nope, we're not doing this today. Tell me about the cross, please. Ooh, boy, the Tower's here. Yeah, everything is shifting, and it feels like it's a really hard shift. I'm going to say that you're not going to be happy with it when it first begins to shift here, but when the Tower shows up, everything feels out of control. It feels like you don't really have control of the shift, and I feel like it's something comes up from the surface, like from underneath, it comes to the surface. It feels like you've been, somebody's been lying about you, or possibly been telling people stories about you that aren't true. It feels like there's been deception. Somebody's been hiding around corners, saying things about you. And I feel like the shift is you finding out about it. That something comes to the surface here that makes you really unhappy. It stings. It makes you sad. And it unfortunately puts you in the spotlight for the wrong reason. We've got the 9 of Wands. There it is. 9 of Wands is on the bottom of the right-hand corner of this card here. It does feel like it was the last straw. It feels like you are burnt out. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm exhausted. and I just need to take my ace and go. That's what it feels like. The Ace of Wands is here, right? It feels like there's a new exciting pathway that's opening up for you. And I think that you're deciding that you're going to take that path. It feels like you are going to be moving off to a new community. You're detaching from the old community. And when I say detaching, like when the Eight of Cups is here, you know, it's like, oh, I've settled for this enough. I'm not getting everything that I want out of this. I'm settling here. I know that there's 2 other cups out there. I want the 10 cups. I'm kind of settling. I'm going to detach and go find it. But when the 5 of Pentacles shows up with the 8 of Cups, that's it. I'm done. I'm not coming back here. I've settled for enough of this crap. I'm going to put myself on the outside looking in, and I'm happy to be out in the cold. That's what it feels like here. Let's talk about what is ending here. Let's talk about the Death card, because something is definitely transforming. And I think that people are seeing a side of you that they didn't see before. And I think the side of you that they are seeing is the side who has had enough. This is Capricorn at their peak of no more bullshit. That's what it feels like this Death card is, next to the Judgment card in the reverse. Tell me what this is. We've got the 2 of Wands. We've got the Star energy. And we've got the Temperance card. Yep, that's what it is. The Temperance card is the moment of alchemy. It's the moment where you've had enough from this person. It's enough. I think I've done enough, said enough. There's nothing else to say. I'm going to detach, put myself on the outside looking in. I don't want to have anything else to do with this. I feel like you are going on a new journey here. Tell me what this new journey is, because I feel like it's either toward or away from a new community. And I feel like we're talking about a mindset here that when people are in an impoverished mindset, they tend to think negatively. They tend to think that they can never get out of the place where unfortunately has been cultivated for them. And when you hang around with people who are like that, you are going to be like that. So I feel like you decide that you're just going to go. So tell me about the journey, please. We've got the Moon. We've got the High Priestess. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like you don't see the value of being here anymore. And your intuition has been telling you that something has been lurking in the depths. And I think that you've been ignoring your intuition. Judgment is in the reverse, and the Moon card is here with the High Priestess. It feels like you've been ignoring what is in the depths of the soul because I didn't want to have to go. I didn't want to have to leave this group of people. I didn't want to have to change my job. I didn't want to have to move to another community. It feels, though, that the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse no longer sees the value in putting any more time, effort, or energy into something that is just not working for me. I just feel like I'm spinning my wheels. And so it feels like somebody here is disconnecting or detaching from people who misunderstand you, Capricorn. They misunderstand you, they misjudge you, they talk about you behind your back. I feel like when the shift happens, whatever comes to the surface here makes you very sad, but it also gives you the fuel that you need to carry on to something new here. Tell me about this 3 of Pentacles here. We've got the Justice card. Yeah, you're going to find justice. Oh, look at that. The Sun is here as well. You're going to find justice. You're going to find breakthroughs. You're going to find it's easier to make decisions in the sunlight than it is in the moon. And I feel like this Justice card here is telling me that you have reached this point where this 3 of Pentacles, this new group of people that I think you're worried about as you move away from everything you knew, it feels like you're just dropping it all, dropping the whole group, like the whole community. I'm done with all of you. That's what it feels like. It's a really big move. And the Sun being here is a breakthrough. And then we have like the 2 of Swords here, right? So a big decision is being made about your harmony, about you getting back into balance. I feel like whatever was going on here was really pulling you out of balance. And I don't think you want to be there anymore. I think you've realized that it's taken a lot of your energy, your time, and your effort. Maybe you even offered money or things. Maybe you're suffering financial loss as well. Maybe you have to go to a job that is going to pay you less, or you're going to a community that's going to cost you more, so you're going to be making less. But I think that it is a journey that you're willing to take because the High Priestess is here and you can't ignore your intuition any longer. We've got the 7 of Wands. You're putting up some pretty hard boundaries between you and people who are like this. The 7 of Wands is standing up for yourself. So I feel like you finally decided to stand up for yourself. You're crossing this She's crossing this creek here. She's made herself a bridge out of the wands, right? It's time for me to get out of here. And we've got the King of Pentacles. And although there's probably going to be obstacles in the future here, these could also be achievements, though. We don't know till we get really close up. It feels like you take your stability, your kindness, your ability to overgive, because I feel like that's what put you in that position, in the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And I think that you take it somewhere else. You finally have this realization that I need to find a whole new group, a whole new community, a whole new group of people who are going to be cooperative and collaborative and who are going to see me for the balanced person that I am. We're going to go into the extended. And if you'd like to come into the extended, we're going to clarify what's left here. Why are you worried? What is this? Because it feels like this is what you're headed toward. And it could very well be that you are headed toward like a relationship, but it's also could be the marrying of two things. Like it could be that you are making a commitment to move or commitment to yourself to go to a new job because this isn't working for you. We'll clarify and find out what it is, because I don't think you can live in this judgment in the reverse any longer, being misunderstood or misled. Let's go to the extended. If you want to go to the extended, please look at the pinned comment that's at the top of all of the comments, and you can find there the link to the membership. And the membership, you will get 4 extendeds in a month if you're interested in that, or more if you're watching for more signs. Also, I'm doing you can purchase this outright. There's a link for that in the pinned comment. Also, I'm doing private reads. So if you're interested in a pre-recorded read, or you're interested in a live reading with me, whether that's through video or through voice, please take the link to Hypsee, take a look at my prices. I do have a reading there that'll be ready for you in 48 hours if you're interested in that. Go take a look at the pricing and my timetable, and you'll see when I'm available. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Thank you, Capricorn, for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go. Take care. Bye-bye.